You need a great opener, like somehow we're adults. Do.
We can record that right
some
now.
Some kind of like.
We can record that right now.
Everybody be quiet.
Somehow we're adults.
The whole thing moves too if you need to pull it towards you.
Oh, I hear it.
That's cool, right?
Yeah. You sound retarded.
I've just grown so
Sorry.
accustomed to hearing my own voice.
Yeah, it gets weird at first. You get used to it.
Like it's actually like, you know how like you feel like your voice sounds a certain way?
Oh yeah.
No, I sound like a bitch.
I feel like I
100%,
sound
but-
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Since you brought it up. No, I'm just kidding. But like at first, like when I started doing the podcast, I would like re-listen to them, and I'm like, why the fuck does my voice sound so shitty? And I'm like, that doesn't sound that way to me. And then like now I've just like, what this is gonna be like episode like 68 or something like that.
Okay.
So like, yeah, it's a lot of fucking episodes at this point. So like I've just got so used to hearing my own voice on here, it's just what it is anymore.
Didn't mess up your man bun.
Did it?
Mm-mm. I placed it right.
I haven't seen you since you have acquiesced the man bun either.
Did I have hair? Yeah, I had a hat on.
Yeah, you had long hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I
was like,
shaved my hair before.
What do you call it? You called it you Drew curls. On the podcast. It was legit. Is it still curly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to tame it before you could put it up.
I'll spray it down.
The man bun thing is like that's a train I missed. I couldn't do it.
You want to know the facts?
Yeah.
It started as a bet. I've always had a shaved head. Then I grew it out. It's been like 3 years. I figured out I'm 37. I'm gonna start balding
Like
soon.
up closer to you, or just like more like aim it towards you.
Hey man. Okay, I'll just move my chair.
But can you still be seen on
I'll just
camera?
sit up.
Yeah, scoot over this way a
Here,
little
come
bit.
towards me.
There you go.
I won't bite.
You get the whole thing comes. Yeah, there you
It's
go.
weird.
Right in your mouth. Put the black object near your mouth.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Nah, I figure I'll start balding soon, so I'm just gonna let it ride, and then I'll go back to shaving my head.
Nice.
Yeah, you got like a solid hairline, bro. What do you mean you're gonna start balding
I
soon?
know. I'm losing hair.
I'm
faster
pushing
than you.
40, dude.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's coming.
Bro, I would have guessed like 33. To be honest, legitimately, I thought you were like in your low 30s.
I'm in my high 30s, but thank you.
Damn, dude. That makes sense. You guys have 5 kids.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that.
A lot.
No, but I'm saying like most people in their early 30s don't have 5. That's normally when people like start having
No,
kids.
we had 4 at 25.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine?
I was 25 when.
Well,
Nope.
she had 2 previous. I had 2
Yeah.
previous. We have
Yeah.
1 together.
Yeah, but still, I mean, fucking 5 kids. That's 5.
Yeah.
5 places for dinner. That's 5 everything.
Yeah.
I'm
That's a lot.
I'm 27. I'm barely about to have one.
What what
Welcome
do you
to the bus.
like? How many rooms is your guys' house?
We added on 2, so 6.
Now 6.
Now it's 6, but it wasn't originally.
No.
Originally 4.
So like kids share rooms and stuff
No, they all have their own room.
Now they all have a room.
now. But when they were
When
like-
they were little, the 2 younger girls shared a room, and then the 2 boys shared a room. We gave Jay, the oldest kid, her own room, because that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell people too that like I have people that like they'll start having kids and they're gonna have more kids than they have extra bedrooms, and I'm like whatever that kid grows up with as their normal. Like my next door neighbor Cody, he grew up, him and his brother shared a room, and both of his sisters shared a room. Like it was a 3-bedroom 2-bath house. Like you just get used to it. Like that was his normal. You know what I mean? And I'm like so many people are like, oh my god, every kid's got to have their own room, and I'm like, if you can, that's great, but like you don't have to. Like bunk beds are legit. Dude, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, like I really wanted bunk beds.
I was polar opposite. We had 4 of us, and then my mom and dad took in my
Pull that
6.
a little bit close to you. It's just not as loud. Or I guess we can adjust the.
Oh, there we go.
That's better.
Okay.
Yep.
No, my mom and dad took in our 6 cousins, so there was 10 kids, plus my grandpa, and then my mom and dad, and there was 2 babies
That's Plant City.
at the
Hillbilly.
same time.
Dude.
Yeah, so we had like a Florida room that was like a small living room kind of. That's where we would hang out normally. They converted that into all the girls' bedrooms. So we had 2 sets of bunk beds.
Nice barracks in there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's a fucking
Yeah,
boot camp at that point.
Exactly. So I mean,
You got a dinner bell outside the room.
Yeah, we didn't even have a door for a long time, and they had to frame one in for us. So we had a.
But that was your normal.
curtain. Yeah, that was
Like if you went to a friend's house and they had their own bedroom, you're like, no shit.
yeah.
And a TV? What the
I know.
fuck? You know what I mean?
Definitely envious growing up, but
Yeah, like
You know.
I grew up in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that had a den as well. So like we had like a computer room.
yeah.
And like I don't know, it was like I grew up normal with my own bedroom, but like my parents divorced when I was in middle school. My brother and I were both in middle school, and we shared a upstairs bedroom at the new my dad's new house. So like we had 2 different beds there, and sharing a room and everything like that. It was just what it had to be.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like kids just get acclimated to it. I think it's almost like something like some kind of value you get out of having to like have to like share a bedroom with somebody.
I agree. I
Like,
mean,
here's my
eventually
shit,
you're gonna
here's
have
their
to
shit.
share space with a husband or spouse or a friend
I
or
didn't share
whoever
shit
you.
with nobody.
I was an only child.
Oh, he's a
My
little,
sister moved out when I went into 9th grade, and I had the house to myself. So
Well, you've also got different set of circumstances too. You've told, if I remember right, on the last podcast, you talked about how you like grew up like, what was the TV show? Wasn't that you that said
Trailer
that?
Park Boys.
Yeah, Trailer Park.
wait, who on Trailer Park Boys? Who are you
that's the
referring to?
situation.
The situation.
All I need is $45 and some beef jerky.
it was like, no, it was like a salami log or something.
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
pepperoni stick.
pepperoni stick.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. You are very much like that.
I did start watching that show when you told me about that. I got like 5 episodes in. It's kind of slow to start.
Uh-huh.
It's still funny as fuck. Like I love the memes that came from that show. The fucking the dude with the Coke bottle glasses.
Oh my
Bubbles.
god,
Bubbles.
He's my favorite.
Oh
a great
man,
guy.
that's a fucking crazy show. Cause like, how true is it? It's probably pretty fucking
Oh
true.
god, yeah, we grew up in the trailer park. It's very similar.
Mhm.
It wasn't like that. I mean, it was like a spaced out trailers. A little bit more land.
Fancy trailers.
I had to walk 10 feet to my mailbox.
Yeah.
It's like a community of like poor people almost
Yeah.
at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like,
Feel that connectivity.
like everyone's struggling in a different. Like nobody wants to be there, but it's like because of circumstances or
That's what it
job
is.
opportunities or whatever it might be.
Hmm.
You know,
Uh,
what do you think it is?
the trailer park?
Yeah, like what like because nobody wants to be there, right?
They ain't bad. I mean,
I would have the bar. I would be the guy that had the bar.
it's just
So it depends
whole
on your,
house
on your
would be-
standard of living.
Yeah.
If you just don't care that much, I mean, it's probably
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah. Or if you don't have the
it's
means
same as
to
living
have
in a
Yeah.
the
Right.
normal neighborhood. You just got a lot more meth heads.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but like I don't know, like I growing up, I used to go to like friends' houses that like that was kind of like it was just you enjoy shit more too. Like if we
Yeah.
got to fucking play video games, like playing Call of Duty, like fuck, dude, that was awesome. We gotta like have like ramen noodles and fucking Kool-Aid and shit.
Definitely a different appreciation.
Yeah, you just like obviously you're not having steak dinners, but like you know what I mean. You're just fucking happy to be alive, and everyone's just I don't know.
It's
Everybody
just
fucks with everybody hardcore.
Mhm.
It's fun, man. It was fun.
It was good.
Yeah, but I think that's what that show like really highlights too. Is like it's just people struggling. You know what I mean? Like,
Normalcy?
I just like the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I always
You don't have
liked
to worry
Malcolm
about
in the
shit.
Middle growing up.
Do it.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one growing
That's
up.
like our house right now. All the chaos. That's a constant. I often refer back to that show for that reason. Like, oh. I've
what
seen
are
this
the age
before.
ranges of your guys' kids?
15. They're like 6 months apart. 13, 12, 7.
Jesus Christ, your guys' grocery bill is astronomical.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I heard from all those numbers.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because I know that.
It's probably the same amount to feed that guy.
We just got 14 chickens, so there's my eggs.
That's what I need, some damn chickens.
Yep.
Bro,
Getting
the
ducks.
you getting ducks?
I want ducks.
They're a lot messier.
It's
I
not
don't
my
care.
choice.
I don't
Chickens
care.
are easy.
Ducks are awesome.
I would like chickens. At least they're giving us food.
Mm-hmm.
No, ducks lay
Ducks
eggs.
lay eggs.
every day.
Yeah, but can you eat them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
you never
they're
had
a lot
duck eggs?
I mean, are
creamier.
they good? Really?
Duck.
Supposed to be.
I thought they were pretty
Yeah.
good. The one time I've had them.
Will the
They're-
ducks that we're getting lay eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we're good. As long as it's
She
beneficial.
sold, dude. Just like that.
What's
Just
that?
gotta give back some. I can't be giving
Mm-hmm.
food for it, caring for it. I've already got a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
They are a lot of work.
We
but-
got like 100 eggs on the counter right now,
Damn.
and they're only laying like
How many you got? 14?
14.
At a certain point, do you just feel obligated to have scrambled eggs like all
only
the time?
like 6 of them are laying right now.
Yeah, but you
Would you
can
have 100
dehydrate
eggs?
the eggs.
We
You
had
can
them
do
growing
all
up,
that
dude.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you mean
So much
dehydrate
better
the
Like
eggs?
you can
than
actually
store-bought.
Oh, they're
dehydrate
so
the
good.
eggs to where they just become like flakes, like mashed potatoes kind of, but they're eggs and you can use them for years. Yeah, they have a
That sounds like a
Extended
ploy.
Oh,
shelf
like
life.
the shit we
Like
used to have in
apocalypse
school.
Yeah.
Oh, like the bag eggs. You remember
can-
the bag eggs?
You can put them in a jar with like a lime mix, and
Yeah.
they'll keep on the counter for like 4 years.
yeah, forever.
Just like,
Like, long
It's like
time.
grandma that freezes
In the
the
shell?
milk. Like you
No,
drink it
no,
6
no.
years
You take
later.
them out the shell and then you use the shell.
Yeah,
for
once
other
they
stuff.
come out, you like they're
gotta-
they're on the counter right now, so they come out with a film on them, so
Yeah.
you don't wash them, and they keep on the counter for pretty much ever.
Nah, that's a,
They got a little poop on them, but it'll be alright.
Yeah, you just
So,
gonna look at it. Just turn it over.
Yeah.
Just roll the poop away. Just
Yeah,
put the
my
poop
mom
in
had
line.
chickens too. A lot of them got jacked, or she had one of their dogs got in the cage and
Oh.
started spree killing.
nice.
I mean, chickens are fucking weird, man. Like if they were bigger,
They're little dinosaurs, man. They'll eat you.
that'd be problematic. Like imagine, like if a chicken was like the size of a horse,
We'd be dead.
nobody would be. And I'm like, oh, let me get 12 of them. You'd be like, fuck these. Like it would be war.
Like
on
if,
those
if you
things.
happen to pass out in a chicken coop, it'd be like 12 minutes before they started eating you. They'd start eating you alive.
It's like the big rooster we were just talking
They're
about.
fucking raptors, dude. I'm convinced they're raptors.
Shit,
I
like a-
literally just explained that yesterday
shit,
or
like
the
a
other day.
2-foot one.
There was so when we were little, we were telling like old stories to the kids. I'm like, yeah, I was staying over at a friend's house and her aunt was like, hey, we have this rooster. And he's a big rooster. You can't go out in the backyard unless you tell a parent first. And we're just like,
Like, okay.
okay,
You need supervision to go in the backyard. Tony lives there. Fuck Tony.
Apparently, this gigantic rooster had tackled their niece or nephew. I can't remember which one it was, and had pecked 6 holes in her head.
Jesus.
Yes, like a monster rooster.
Like,
And they
give me
explained
your
like he's like
grades.
3 foot tall, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And I remember we went out
I
there.
would murk
Well, the
that
damn
chicken.
rooster got out, and we were running for our. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, running for my life for the trampoline, and the damn thing just jumped right up on the trampoline. I was like, oh! But we got in the screen room and we were okay. But I mean,
Nah,
Dude,
that'd
I would've-
been- that'd
that's
been
what I
dinner.
said. It was like a velociraptor was jumped on her
I'd
back.
have
and-
murked that fucking chicken. I'm talking machete, just yank.
I had one of them little like woolly ones, like his legs were covered,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
little black
Hairy.
one. And he
Yeah.
always used to come and attack me. And one day going to the bus stop, I smacked him with a shovel.
I didn't do that.
And
as a kid.
no, I thought I killed him because it was like my dad's favorite. And I was like, oh shit. So I ended up skipping school and I'm digging a hole.
To bury.
Yeah, and my buddy stayed to help me. And then we're like, fuck, you know.
Woke
And
up.
then went to put him, as soon as I grabbed him to scoop him in, I already dug up my dad's yard, which he prided in the trailer park.
Yeah.
We had a nice yard for the
Best
trip.
yard in the park.
It was nice.
Everybody talked about that.
Yeah,
yard.
that's
right.
I
Everyone.
still do.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm already contemplating how I'm gonna cover the dirt spot, or who I'm gonna blame it on.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I picked that little fucker up, dude, he like clawed my face, took off. It was bad.
My mom's rooster, I think he's dead now, but he was like, look at what you're saying. He was like a fucking 3 foot tall,
Yeah.
massive rooster. And dude, like the legs on him, like, you know, like when you picture a chicken leg, you know what I mean? Like there's like a meme about like dudes who skip leg day have chicken legs, right? You know what I mean? Like they're like thin legs. No, this motherfucker had calves, dog.
Yeah?
This thing was fucking,
Oh my
this
gosh.
chicken had fucking like bigger than my thumb around.
Alright.
Like fucking legit legs, and his spurs were like my entire thumb, so like
Yeah.
a bone sticking out of the side of his leg. They
Huge.
rubbed against each other when he walked. It was fucking crazy. And I'm like after a certain point, I'm literally like, what is this?
That boy thick.
Yeah, little that boy thicker than a snicker, dude. I'm like, what is this point? What is the point of this thing being like? Respectfully, what is the point of this thing being alive? Like
Yeah.
he's not producing eggs
Like,
or
how
anything
did it
like that.
even come
He's-
about?
Like my mom
How'd it
can't.
get so damn big?
You can't.
It's a certain
It's just
breed.
one of those things. You just buy a bunch of little. Like, oh, I got what's supposed to be 6 hens, and then they grow up, and you're like, oh, 2 of these are roosters.
We
You
thought
know?
we had a rooster. I think luckily we only have hens.
A lot of people don't have that happen. They buy what they think is all hens, and then
Because they're pre-sexed when you buy them.
No, they're not. You buy them when they're cute. They don't know. Like we thought we had a female cat one time. The fucker grew balls.
That's true.
He just is like, no, I'm a dude now.
I was like, yeah, this shit has tumors coming out of his ass.
it's like my next door neighbor has a tortoise. His name is Mr. Penelope
Aw.
because on turtles their genitals aren't outside of them. So like there's
Tortoise.
Yeah, what I
You
say?
said turtle.
Oh, a
Tortoise.
tortoise. Sorry. The first time I said tortoise. The first time.
Tortoise.
You did. Tortoise. There you go.
Whatever. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Little crawly thingies. But so like originally it was Penelope because they thought it was a female, and then they found out when it was like 20 years old that it was a Mister.
Out there fucking rocks.
Yeah. Well, that too. Yeah. You can ask Colton. He's a big motherfucker.
that's
he's
what-
like 100 pounds.
You don't
He's-
put
He's
your.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can walk next door
It's
and I'll
like
show you guys.
right
Oh,
over there.
definitely,
Yeah, he's
definitely.
like
We have a
this
little
fucking big. He's got his own
tortoise.
pasture. He has his own fucking
Yeah.
pasture.
You don't
He has
put
a gate.
your hand near his face; he'll bite it off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not your whole hand, but like
He'd take a fucking chunk.
I got
He
a
would
little
take your
hand. They'd probably take my hand.
he tried to take your finger.
At least 2 fingers.
His head's probably
He can take
like
the rest of that weird one.
a Big Mac. What?
I said he can take the rest of that. We can make it even.
He hates dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he grew up around females, and like my next door neighbor who tries to like hand feed him and shit was trying to like become friendly with him and shit, and the tortoise like tried to fucking. Apparently, what they do in the wild.
I can't unhear it.
That's what he said. He said it.
He's saying
He
tortoise.
said tortoise.
Yeah.
I can't unhear it now.
Wow. I should have eaten more before I started drinking.
No, this version. So
It's so good. So the tortoise. But so apparently what they do in the wild is these tortoises they run towards each other and like they try and like sink their shell down and knock each other over, because in the wild you knock one of them over,
They're
their
dead.
feet go one way, they're like, oh, I'm fucked, and then they just die like a slow miserable death. And so like basically what he does is he like charges Cody and like tries to like knock him over.
But at like half a mile an hour.
Yeah. You say that, but there's something about that story, the tortoise and the hare, because
Yeah.
he got out once. Apparently, the breeding season for them is like 2 months long. And like we got a lot of box turtles around here, which are just small little, tortoise.
There you go.
Sorry, Jesus Christ. This is a hard conversation to have. We get a lot of box tortoises around here. And they'll like walk right in front of his cage. And apparently, during breeding time, they don't give a fuck. And he's just crazy. And they dig really deep. But one time he got out. And we looked. It was on. I remember because it was on. I want to say it was Easter, and we looked all over the fucking place for this guy. We thought he'd be somewhere like in the vicinity. No, the motherfucker was gone. And Cody posted on Facebook like, "Hey, anyone see a tortoise?" Or it was like looking all over Facebook to find it. Yeah,
A big fucking tortoise.
turns out he was walking down like a major fucking highway. In the center of the fucking highway, like 8 miles away from here.
He was
Oh my
booking
God.
it. Like, give me that turtle pussy.
When that story says slow and
He
when
could
that,
smell it. It was
when
good.
that when that story says slow and steady,
tortoise. I'm sorry,
that's
tortoise.
100% what he was doing. He's like, bitch, I ain't stopping for nothing, and he just kept going. And imagine you're driving and during the day, you're just like, oh man, it's been a long day at work. You're taking this highway home, and you're like, what the fuck is in the road up there? This is this fucking 100-pound
it's just a
tortoise.
turtle.
What's
Wait
this
a
giant
minute.
tortoise?
Just face out like
Yeah.
just fucking going down the interstate.
Dude, I almost killed us just driving to Miami.
Oh yeah.
A water turtle was crossing the road, going like 80. I fucking swerved.
We're like, skipping.
Slammed all the kids into the side. They're all yelling at me. I was like, I saved a turtle.
I just murk them.
I think
Get
the
out
car
of the way.
behind us.
Dude, they
got
make a
him.
nasty noise.
I ran
I've
over
been-
a fucking alligator one time. That shit was crazy.
You ran
You
over
ran
an
an
alligator.
I was in my truck and I was driving from the north side of 98 in, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I like, as soon as I saw it was too late. I was like, "Kunk." Just keep on.
Maybe I missed him.
Yeah.
That's how I'd convince myself. No, they fucking. I hate alligators. I fucking hate
They're
alligators.
just little swamp pumpies.
Little swamp. The problem with that, Steve, is that they're not all little.
They're not all little.
They're not all little. I was actually talking. So I do jiu-jitsu now. And the guy who teaches our jiu-jitsu class, he's been on the podcast twice now, and one of the jobs he's done at a certain point of his life was he was in like a commercial diver. So he would like do underwater construction and shit. And he's like telling a story about how like if one person's underwater, the other person's like above water, like maintaining the air and all their shit, and like basically making sure they're okay. And and he said that like apparently he was coming out of the water and his buddy was like getting suited to go in, and like a fucking gator, it was like a 9.5 foot gator, just got like gatted like within like 20 yards of them. Because like there's Fish and Wildlife was there to make sure that the alligators would stay away from him. Could you imagine you're like getting suited to like go in the water and also hear boom, you're like, what the fuck was that?
10-foot gator.
Just fucking turns upside down or whatever they do, and just fucking they pulled it out of the water. It was a big motherfucker. I mean, it's not something you want to see when you're underwater. Fuck those things, dude. Fuck those things.
That is scary.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park, but alive.
I saw a video of a guy get his arm ripped off by one.
Makes life exciting.
Dude, I went to school with a guy. Okay, I'll tell the story in a second. But the alligators are one of those things. We were talking about this morning in jiu-jitsu. I literally was saying if they were taller, like just think about any animal, like the chicken. Like we were talking about if chicken was a horse size. Imagine a fucking alligator that like
Or if it could stand.
that stood as high as
Like
your
a
chest.
bear.
Or they gallop too. Have you seen?
Or like
fucking
if
alligator
it's legs, because their legs are
Yeah.
like this fucking long. Like think about it.
like 20 miles.
It's like Falcor, how he flies. That's how they run, though.
But like I mean, alligators' legs are like what, like this tall?
Yeah.
Like imagine if they were like this tall. All of a sudden the motherfucker was looking you in the face. Dude, fuck that.
What's like? Have you seen the movie?
There would be
It's like the guy off that movie. Which movie? With all the superheroes? With Margot Robbie? Gosh, Suicide Squad. Yeah, that alligator guy.
Margot Robbie. Sorry.
I like
Margot
her.
Robbie's hot as fuck.
She's so
Can I have the jacket?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you need a little more.
Turdus.
Curtis.
Have you ever seen the movie Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yes.
Imagine if they were like the spiders were like that.
Fuck,
We'd
that
all
movie
die.
makes me
doesn't like
cringe, and it's a
spiders.
comedy, and I can't hardly watch it.
It used to scare me when I was little,
Oh,
but then I watched it
spiders.
like years later, and I'm like, oh, this is funny.
It's with David Arquette. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's a great ass movie. The one that kills the dog. It's like, oh,
Never seen it. Never even heard of it
I don't know
till
if I've seen
right
that
now.
Oh, that's,
I had it on VHS.
it came out when
Eight-legged
I was a
freak.
child, so you guys were still in your daddy's nutsack, probably.
I wasn't alive.
Listen, grandfather.
You
Yes,
guys
you're-
were wiener missiles.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh my god.
I was born in '96.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, my
Let me
gosh.
pour another drink.
Yeah, pour another one out. There you go.
This is not
Yeah, that's why I took the lid off.
conducive to this. Yeah, so Arctic needs to get their shit together.
You guys talking about chickens. I was at
I need to tell now. Wasn't there an alligator story I said I was going
Oh
to
yeah,
tell?
I told that.
Yeah. Quit
Oh,
interrupting.
okay. So we went to middle school
Arm ripped off. Go.
with
Coke in here?
yeah, there's Coke in there. Yep. Either that or our water's getting real dark. But
As long as it tastes
Alright,
good.
Fucking boonies out
Jack
here.
has
Maybe.
done numbed it up.
dude, it's fucking quiet out here. I love it. But
That's nice.
damn, I feel like a pussy with how much. Did you just see how much whiskey is in his glass?
Yeah.
I'm about to tell y'all a swan story.
Sip up, homie.
I just remember last time he came on was in the morning, and he was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't know, like if you had some whiskey or something like that, I'd probably be
Like-
easier to talk to. And all of a sudden, we're drinking at fucking 9 a.m. on a
Dude,
Sunday.
I went to
or
my
whatever.
kid's soccer game like,
He was
half
gone.
faded,
where's the
feeling good.
cheeseburger?
That's exactly what it was. I'm like,
Bro,
oh,
but it was fun. Obviously, it was fun enough where you fucking came back. I mean,
Dude, this is a blast.
it's-
Yeah, he
it-
talked about it for days.
It's a good time.
It's
Yeah.
it's fucking.
These are the
crazy.
best when we're just chilling, having a couple drinks.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Free flow
Sounds
conversation.
More than a couple.
That's where people are like, oh, so what do you talk about on your podcast? I'm like, well, I mean, it's just me, so it's like me talking about shit. Like, I don't know, like shit that I would talk about. I don't know. What do I talk about? I don't know. But okay, so we went to middle school with this guy. I think he was a drug dealer at this point, and I mean, at this point in his life, he had at one point someone broke into his house, and him and one of the other friends that were friends with my brother got like held at gunpoint. One of them got pistol whipped, and the other one got shot through his thigh. But it went through his thigh, his dick, and then out.
Oh my
Oof.
god.
He
Is
was
this
shot
the-
in the dick.
Just the dude that jumped on Lake Parker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I you say Lake Parker. I don't know for certain if that's the
He was
lake.
running from the cops, jumped in the lake,
What?
and
Bit his arm off.
He did the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, same
Small
dude.
world, bro.
Bro, how do you know him?
You mentioned
Something.
You mentioned certain people.
Nefarious acts that, no
Well,
one
he
does.
got pistol whipped, and then his other buddy got shot through the dick. I mean, that made
Did they deserve it though?
news.
Wait, do you know them?
I know the guy that got his arm ripped off. I used to know the guy.
Oh, I was gonna say,
But can
do you
you,
know the
say
guy
their
if
name?
his
Can we bleep
penis
this?
still
Can you
works?
write that? Can you write the time down?
No.
20,
I'm
24.
not, I ain't doing it.
I'll edit this.
No,
Just
I'm
write
gonna
the
say
time down.
Let's just say I was associated with certain people back in my heyday.
Yeah. I'll bleep that.
Okay.
It's all good. It's not hard to bleep.
No, it's not. Or we can just leave it in. Shout out.
Do you
I mean,
get paid
technically,
at
it's
least?
fucking. It's
You don't
on.
get paid?
I think I get paid. I have to pay.
This thing ain't blown up yet?
No.
I watch all
I
your damn
mean-
clips. It's funny as hell.
It depends. So like, it depends on what you mean by that.
Well, hey, hold on. Finish your story. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that was it. He got
Is
his
it?
arm, but he jumped in a lake running from the
Penis got
cops.
shot.
Jumped in a lake running from the cops, and
But he already had a bullet hole in him?
not that same day.
Does his penis still work?
That was like years before that.
That's a good question.
She said his dick still
I can't get like I asked
That
earlier,
was his
but
buddy.
I can't get off. Of it.
I don't know. I haven't asked him. I'm assuming it
I was
does.
gonna say if you guys know this,
You should
guy,
send a definite text
like,
message.
hey,
We
we
should
were just-
know by the end.
I don't know him like
you
that.
came up in conversation. We were just wondering.
If you
Yeah,
can get it
we
up.
put it on the
You came
internet,
up,
but can you
get
like
it
tell
up?
us a little bit more? Like, does your, because like you're a
Follow-up
nurse.
pod-
That's like
yeah.
that's like a muscle, right? Like I
Yeah.
mean,
Must have not been a hollow point. Must have been just regular.
well, even with a hollow point though, it's got to go so far before it expands.
I guess that's
If we
true.
went through the soft
Did it go
tissue in
into his
thigh-
other leg?
I don't know. I did. We weren't like this was.
Sorry, she's ER.
Like a
She's
through
gonna
and through
ask you, like, all
penis.
this medical-
So you're
No,
an-
I'm not.
some,
Oh, I want you to tell a story. I'm gonna. That's so gross.
Oh man.
and that's a
Some-
fucked up individual laughing at that.
Yeah, it's fucking funny to me. It's not me. No,
The mysterious objects that end up in their ass.
No, a light bulb in a vagina.
Ooh, it broke.
Ooh, what kind of light
No,
bulb?
no.
Like a
Christmas
fluorescent tube?
bulb. No, like a. This was a child.
Oh.
Oh,
I did 6 years pediatric ER, so anything and
That
everything. Yeah,
now
so
this changes it. Like when it was an adult
Christmas
in my
bulb.
mind,
I thought
this
you
was
were-
a funny ass
I
story.
thought
No,
we were
I've
bringing
seen-
up like one guy, one jar or something.
That was an older kid.
No, she was like 7.
What about the kid that hid the needle in his wiener to get
Ooh.
up to the surgery?
No,
So-
he got all the way to
He-
the
He
Baker acted. He got all the way to the behavioral health department, and they found his. Then he had to go to the OR because he had shoved a whole like IV needle kit thing in his penis
I
hole.
told you crazy stories.
why?
Just because he wanted to hurt himself, but that's where he put it.
Wanted to end it all. That's
There's easier ways to do it
ER is a tragic, dark place.
than shoving stuff down your dick. I feel like.
See, he gets me.
Well, they won't check your.
He's over here about to cry.
Well,
Colton gets me.
It's kids, man. That's what fucks me up.
Define kids.
Yeah.
Some of them like.
Well, no. Let me tell you something.
I
No,
never
no.
thought
Said-
about putting a,
He just
a
said
needle.
he just said define kids.
I was a child. I never just said,
Listen.
"Hey, look at this GI Joe."
It's
Let me
weird.
shove it in my ass. I'm sorry. They're on a different wavelength.
Oh my god, the
Well,
use is
one of
fuck.
our
The internet's
kids has
fucking
done
kids up,
that.
man. If we grew up,
See, I
My
tell my kids all,
son-
they get in trouble for stupid shit, and before I school them or get onto them, I remind them if I had this technology, I probably would have done the same
it too,
thing.
yeah.
But and you have to
You
go.
still
into character.
can't.
Yeah.
me,
It's like they're
Still
on like a different level.
Yeah.
'Cause we had to like watch
Yeah.
the fuzzy channels
Super
for like
advanced.
30 minutes.
Wait for
to
the
get
page
that
to
one
load.
titty,
Yeah.
and you're like, everyone in the room's like, ah!
My
You
friends
know?
at HBO.
it was bro. It was like one. It was like real quick. It was like
Playing
less than
City
2
Lights?
seconds. You saw a nipple, and you're like, whoa! Everybody's
They're winning a button.
weakest
No.
dude. So because out here we don't have internet. We have the bunny ears, and we turn the TV
You're
on for the
watching
dog.
static.
Bro, we're watching the
You
shit
know all
that you
about
grew
it.
up with. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Walker Texas Ranger was on the other day.
Love that.
Bro,
So
I
cheesy.
literally I looked
So
because I
bad.
used to watch that as a kid, and like during the summer vacation when you're like you have to watch regular programming TV and you watch all the Jerry Springer because it's the only thing on entertaining
That
wise
was the
during
best
the
show,
day.
though. And Maury.
Oh, he died. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. But
Yeah, fuck him.
They
the
deserved it.
well,
That's
He
kind of
ruined a lot of people's lives.
He did.
very entertaining.
very entertaining. I mean,
Oh, but I'm shunned for the kid that puts a needle in his dick.
you guys are all correct. You guys are all correct. But I was entertaining as fuck. But
About
the
people.
but Walker Texas Ranger was on the other day, and you remember how like it was like Chuck Norris was the main guy, and then he had like I guess his sidekick or one of the other guys was that black dude, and I was
Deputy,
like,
yeah.
back then I was like, that was fucking.
I know.
That was a thing back then. You're like, oh my gosh, a white dude and a black dude are like co-starring. I'm like, whoa, like that was a thing back then. And I'm like that's so normal now that like back then that was probably a big
Well, they
deal.
go out of the
Well,
way to make sure it happens.
Richard
now.
Pryor
Yeah.
and
There's
Gene
like a-
Wilder.
Oh, that see no
They
evil, hear no
were the
evil.
best.
Bro, that was a
Yes.
good.
Oh,
he
that
put,
fucking
He
movie.
put me on that movie. That
Such a
movie's
good
funny
movie.
as fuck. When
Such
they're
a good
fucking
movie.
arguing in the intersection. That
Blind
movie's-
guy and a deaf guy trying to fight crime together.
Yeah, and that was in both of their heydays too.
That was so
when
good.
when Richard Pryor was Richard Pryor and fucking Gene Wilder was the fucking the dude from
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Yep.
Yep.
He's a creepy man.
Gene
Was.
Wilder?
He's dead. Was.
Yeah,
Didn't Elon Musk buy his house
Hopefully.
probably. And bought everything else.
and then sold it because now he doesn't have a house?
Yeah, he sleeps at the factory.
He doesn't have a house.
No, he sold his house.
He works 24/7.
Why do you need one? Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's got
This
bigger
all
goals.
resorts back to Trailer Park Boys.
What's the point of money?
Simplicity. You don't need shit.
What's the point of money if you're like working so much that you sleep at the factory?
Because you can just do whatever the fuck you
He's
want.
building rockets, man.
Yeah, but
no
but
one
you
else is
can.
building them.
No,
Dude,
listen.
I
There
don't
was
know,
something
man.
he was just talking about. I just watched it. I don't know the
At what point do you
entire-
sail off in the sunset and be like Conor McGregor and live on a fucking
No,
yacht?
he done fucked himself. You seen that footage?
Too much.
Conor McGregor? Which footage?
Shoving the lady in the bathroom. And
Oh, there's footage?
yeah.
Conor McGregor?
She didn't look like she was fighting that much.
She
but
wasn't fighting.
They were blocking. Either way, she's gonna get a settlement.
Oh, I'm sure.
And he's probably gonna lose his fucking marriage and his kids and all that shit.
Oh well,
Can you pull it up?
let's see.
Don't
There's
you have to play
footage,
volume?
But she ain't fighting though.
This is news to me. I did not know this.
But
Let's see.
you're right. If I had $100 million, I wouldn't be in the UFC. I wouldn't be at bare knuckle fights, starting shit just
Yeah.
because he wants to be the limelight. I would have disappeared. You wouldn't see me.
Right.
I 100% agree with you.
Nobody would know.
Like my goal with the podcast is to have enough people watching to where it's like I can be, make enough
There you
money
go.
to where I can sail off into the
Watch.
sunset. Okay, so there's Connor.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Fuckers.
fucking news. Local 10 News, ABC.
They done bleeped it. I seen it though before they edited it.
Oh.
She's not fighting.
Bro, you ever thought about how weird
Nope.
it is that how people talk on the news?
Well, they're reading shit.
Yeah, but they're like, and this is my name is Abigail
They're a-
at
they're a
ABC 10
persona.
News. You know
You
what I mean?
should be a
there's
radio
like
host.
no, it's fuck that, dude.
They're a persona. That's why people watch. Is
I know,
for
but it's like
certain people.
like nobody like. Could you imagine you go if we were doing this podcast right now? and I was
Colton
like,
steroids.
Hey, Steve, thank you
Oh,
for coming on the
100%.
podcast.
I'm
You know what I mean?
Kayla. Nice to meet you guys.
100%.
Hey, me and my
There's
prime
like a-
baby. I was
Bro.
on steroids. I ain't ashamed.
look at his before and after.
I was like 115
Dude, his
pounds.
face changed.
yeah.
His face.
The
changed.
HGH like transformed his face.
I just can't. I just hope they don't arrest him before he gets to fight Chandler at the end of Ultimate Fighter. I want to see that.
Eh,
I think Michael Chandler fucking steamrolls him.
I hope
Sure,
so.
hopefully.
I hope so.
All right, what about the Jake Paul Nate Diaz?
Nate Diaz is gonna fuck.
gonna
Wait,
just-
is it boxing?
Yeah.
Boxing.
Oh, Jake
I think
Paul's gonna
Jake
win.
Paul's gonna win, but I
Yeah.
think it's a like.
He won't get knocked out.
I think it's a scheme though, because I think after this fight, they're gonna join. He's gonna join Jake's Fight Club. This is like a big promotion. To make
I'm
both
sure.
a shit ton of money.
That's
Yeah.
all they're doing is trying to make money, and it's working
It's
excellently.
brilliant.
Bro, I fucking love Nate
I need to
Diaz.
figure
Dude,
that out.
he
Yeah.
cracks
I love
me
Jake
up.
Paul. I did a fucking painting of Jake Paul, and like I
It's
got.
actually
Did you
really
really?
great, Yeah.
Dude, I got hated
Do you
on
have a picture of it?
so bad.
No shit.
On
It's
my
actually
phone
really
somewhere.
good. Yeah.
But
Actually,
fucking-
really good. That's fucked. She said your wife
Hey.
just said your painting was actually
Sometimes it's fantastic.
Jake
sometimes
Paul.
it's
maybe
shit.
I
good,
mean-
sometimes maybe shit.
good.
Yes,
It looks
he
a
knows.
little wild.
I got you.
But yeah.
Jake Paul is a
It's not my favorite.
strange individual too.
Nah, dude, but there's
He's
this
a
dude
weird- he just
from
looks strange.
there's this dude on Puerto Rico that I kind of become friends with. He's like a artist over there, and he did a picture of Jake Paul and his girlfriend, and I was like, oh man, I love Jake Paul. He sent me immediately back. He was like, "We're built different. I love his girlfriend. You're just gay." And I was like, "All right, I get it,
dude. They're
Watch how you word things."
like I said, my goal is to not to be my goal would be to make enough money doing the podcast where I can continue to do the podcast without being like uncomfortably famous. You know what I mean?
You just want the money.
No,
No.
I
I
would
wanna-
want the money without the fame. If I could sell a
I-
painting
That'd
for
be
like
nice.
$100 grand,
But when I say the
don't
money,
nobody have to know.
Yeah.
I'm still broke.
Yeah.
I still, you know what I'm saying?
just go full
Like,
Banksy status. Just stop posting your face and just be like, oh, it just showed up
Who's,
randomly.
who's that
There's
dude
already
who
some
did the
people who
mural
think
for
his
the,
daughter is the artist.
the Facebook
yeah,
guy.
like because he
the guy
posts
who
her
invented
too.
Facebook was that Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some
He
Asian
paints,
guy.
yeah, he paints his face like halfway. So
Yeah.
that guy
Oh,
did a
yeah, yeah.
mural.
Yeah.
Instead of getting money, the
This
dude
is
gave
pretty
him
great.
Stock or
shares
something.
of stock. Dude's a billionaire now, and
Yeah.
he just travels the jungle and shit.
Are you talking about David Cho?
Yeah.
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 And he stopped selling his artwork
Correct.
because people just wanted it because of his name.
Yeah.
And he said, "Fuck that! Now everything I paint is free. I'm already rich enough."
Strange individual. I've listened to him on
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's podcast before.
Yeah,
It's
he's a-
strange.
Yeah, but he's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard his jungle survival story of the dudes with the he was there and they were like naked and he was like their dicks were huge and he wouldn't take off his underwear and the guy started laughing. He's like, "No, you guys wear underwear. That's why your dicks are so small." He goes, "Ours just hang. That's why." The dude literally said, "That's why our ladies' titties hit their ankles. There's nothing to support." And he's like, "I'm still not taking off my underwear."
Dude, if I'm in the jungle, fuck it.
You got cannibals and shit out there, man. Fuck that.
That's the first thing they go for.
If they told me
They
like
cripple you.
No.
pull your dick out, here,
No.
here it is. What do you
Literally,
want?
I wouldn't
What
be there
if
in the
you're
first
so
place.
scared? Like, it
Don't
doesn't even,
you-
there's nothing to flop over. It's just like it's a fucking.
Like it ran away.
I'm a grower, not a shower. You know what I'm saying?
Just like,
Dude,
nothing happens.
but at a certain point, I'm like, I guess how much whiskey?
I'm sure
Have it
there's
this
small
time.
penises out there.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they're
You know
not
what I mean?
all.
But like, okay,
Newborns.
what's the
Or
worst thing
they're
gonna happen?
skinny.
They're gonna talk about it for
The
5
child.
minutes, and then it's gonna be like, we're gonna move on.
It's like a video, but if you're.
Oh,
The Jake Paul thing.
Yeah. I'm a
Jake
Jake Paul
Paul.
fan because I think he's bringing money to it. I think he's brilliant. I think he's smart.
Dude, I've got no problem with it.
Both of them, they know how to make money.
See, he just looks goofy.
Who-
But I mean, it's a great photo of it. The picture looks.
Who gives a shit if he's fighting
Stellar.
old dudes?
I
Still,
just
he's
I
making
don't
money.
I don't know why there's so much hate for them. I mean, obviously they're fucking YouTube stars. A lot of what they do is edit shit to make them seem like fucking
But he's jacked and actually is a decent boxer.
yeah.
Like,
But Andrew Tate, like these people, they say things a certain way to get more people's attention.
of course.
Because like there's no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I mean? Like I think that's their
They're just
MO.
putting on a persona for people.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm sure these guys are great people when you meet them in person.
like
Like,
the news.
if I had to meet them in person and like have a podcast with them, I'm sure it'd be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just have a fuck ton of money.
But what I don't understand either, even if the guy's an asshole, I can sit across the table from you and not agree with a single word you say, but I don't hate you for it. That's your fucking opinion.
Bro,
That's
that's
how
such
I
a
feel in
fucking
life.
foreign concept. these
No,
days.
but that's how
Yeah.
I just saw something that said, while you were offended, I thought it was funny, and that's why I'm happy and you're miserable. Like, I find shit funny. Like, make fun of me. Talk about my voice.
know what I
Talk
mean?
about
Yeah,
my
yeah,
ugly face. Like, it doesn't
Dude.
bother me.
It literally, I grew up, I was like, I feel like Colton and I were like right at the last generation of like nothing's off limits. Everything. Like, dude, I don't know if you ever listened to the podcast with Wyatt and Cody that we do, but like
I'll watch some of them.
nobody's safe. Nobody's
No.
safe at any time.
No.
Like we just, but like that's how I
Yeah, but
grew up.
Wyatt's fucking hilarious. I've never really talked to him, but watching his shit on the fucking podcast, he's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Dude, it's funny as fuck.
We get into some fucking shit on here.
He adds some shit to it that just makes it funny as fuck. And I don't know, man. Like
He gets uncomfortable a lot of the times.
Why?
Well, we start.
Wyatt'll drop his pants and
my
pull his dick
fucking
out.
children are gonna watch this, and I'm prepared for
No,
anything.
we pull up Pornhub. We watch fucking.
we
Didn't he whip his dick out?
tried
Oh, yeah, twice.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple
But see,
times.
he's probably a shower, not a grower, so he can whip it out.
I don't know. I've never looked at his dick.
You lie.
Yes, you have.
You had to
You,
edit
you
the
fucking
videos.
will. I seen you.
No,
edited-
Colton edited those ones.
This
The
shit's
last
video.
one I edited.
He's like,
I ain't scared.
The last one I edited.
Good for you.
That was the
Dick and
second.
balls. I've
so-
seen a couple. It's inside.
This
They all
is-
look the same.
Sorry, Wyatt.
I've
I
seen
love
a
you if you're
lot.
listening to this. Anybody who's
With
listening knows
catheters and
Wyatt.
stuff.
Wyatt's a great person.
I think you're hilarious.
We're his best friends.
Cheers.
You know, it just is what it is.
Well, to
Wyatt
be
doesn't wanna do
fair,
it.
when it happened, he spilled buffalo trace on his pants, and he wanted to make sure to suck the buffalo trace out of his shorts.
It's
So
funny.
he
as
took
fuck.
his shorts off to try to save the whiskey.
But he doesn't wear underwear, so
Yeah.
it was just dick and
So it
balls
was
out.
just straight.
And we were all him and
Hammered.
I were gone that time.
Hammered.
God bless him for good entertainment, because that sounds awesome.
It was great.
So you got to do it for what do they say? Like do it for the vine or whatever.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
used to be
The
a
vine.
phrase. So last time Wyatt pulled his pants down as like it was like a half joke because we were all joking about it from the first time,
Yeah.
and then Wyatt spilled his drink. He's like, "Oh, time for my pants to come up." Stood
Oh
up
my
and just
God.
dropped trowel right in front of everybody. But like. So apparently, like when I was, because obviously where the camera is in relation to like this microphone stand, it was like this stand perfectly blocked his junk.
oh, nice.
So like you could see like one ball, and I'm obviously not zooming in when I'm editing this video. I'm
he
like,
was zooming in.
I put up the blur, and I was not generous with the blur either.
The tiniest blur.
So now it's my contact photo
I
for
would
him when
say
he
because
calls.
it's cold in here, but it's
It's
not
not
cold.
good.
That's not
Dude,
cold.
it's hot as fuck in here right now for people listening. This house does not keep a well temperature, but you know, whatever.
It's a cool space still.
Yeah, and regardless, but it's a fun ass time. They're my best fucking friends, so
Yeah.
those are the easiest podcasts in the world to do because we just get fucking hammered. Like we always spill drinks. It's
Always.
like a
Never-
normal
never-
thing. Like we keep a
never
roll of
fails.
paper towels in here now for that podcast because we literally, like I actually watched the last one today. Because they're only on Patreon, so in order to watch the full one, you have to be subscribed to the Patreon, and And there's a part where I'm like hammered. We're drinking tequila, and they're like, Wyatt spilled the drink, dropped his pants, and I was like, oh fuck, we need to go get something to clean this up with. And like walk out and get a roll of paper towels. I just launched it into the room, but it knocked my drink over too. Like it's just fucking chaos. It's just chaos, but it's the most fun ever. It's like that's why when you talk about it has the podcast blown up. Like I've got probably if you had to add up YouTube with this
30
couple thousands.
I mean, per episode, probably like at least 30,
40,
something like that.
No, I think it breaks down to like if you consider the anchor stuff, probably like 40 people per on average. But like I don't even give a shit anymore. Like I try not to look at numbers.
I was about to say
but you guys are funny as hell. I'm honored that you even had us come over. You let my wife come.
Yeah,
thank you. This is fantastic.
It's nice.
It was nice to meet you as well.
Really nice
like,
meeting you guys.
Well, we don't. This is like date night. We left all the kids at home. So
There's Jack.
this is date night. Yeah, drinks. All right.
I don't even have to talk. I'll just sit back in the corner.
That's
no.
right.
I want to hear ER stories now. So light bulbs.
Well, no, they're about
vaginas.
kids, and you're sensitive.
Fuck
No. I'm gonna pretend in the stories as you tell them that it's adults.
Say
and
it's
I'll laugh.
adults, Kayla.
So
Don't fuck this up for us.
I was in the hospital a lot as a kid. So like,
Yeah, he was
Fuck them
mentioning
kids.
some of that stuff.
because we talked about it on the previous
Yeah,
thing.
Did we?
what's- I don't
Yeah.
know. He was telling
I
me
talk
about
a lot.
You
so
said,
I'm
all
sorry.
right, can I
You
say
do.
A little
something?
bit of your medical
Correct me
history.
if I'm wrong, or if you want me to shut up.
I'm retarded. No, I'm sorry.
Kind of. No.
Got her.
I'm a little retarded.
Because you were telling me on the last podcast, you grew up with, I don't know what you grew up with that kept you in the hospital, but you wanted her on here because maybe she could, y'all could coerce or like elaborate on some of the things, or she maybe.
It's possible. It's
That's
possible
what
I
you
said that.
mentioned.
We were drinking at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. if I
Bro,
remember right.
I get down like that.
Yeah.
I have 5 children. You'll drink too.
I drink
Dude,
now.
I'm
Wait,
not
bro.
complaining.
Just
I had a
wait.
good
Oh,
time.
just
But
wait.
but me trying to remember what I said then.
Good times.
Oh,
Nope. I have to go back and listen to it.
So
but-
what did you grow up with? What kept you in the hospital?
Yeah. So so when I was 7, I started having like stomach issues where I couldn't keep anything down. I started throwing up like literally I would drink a glass of water and throw up. And they classified it at first as acute disseminated encephalomyelitis. The only reason I remember that is because I've just memorized it from that age. But it was an acronym of ADEM, ADEM, I believe. But basically, it's an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah.
And then I guess they ended up like transitioning into MS. Like it affected my vision. My vision
shit.
would get like fucked up. I think it was the inner lining of my brain was getting attacked by my nervous system for no fucking reason at all. I think the way it started was I had a cryptosporidium virus at the same time as I got a cold. And apparently like my fucking immune system was like, fuck
trash,
everything. We're
yeah.
killing everything. And so I went blind for an hour. My brain was making too much fluid. It like cut off circulation in my eyes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was just normal
That's
to me now at this
Very
point.
scary.
Yeah, it was terrible. Well, for my parents, I'm sure, but for me,
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't
that's
fucking see
black
the
now.
TV anymore.
I had
they got
shingles
movies
once.
at the hospital. So we were at All Children's Hospital, and I was like, I can't watch the TV anymore. Like, this is stupid. What am I supposed to just talk to people now? But then, so they classified it as multiple sclerosis at a certain point. But as I've gotten older, I've had less and less relapses and shit. So like, I don't think I've had a legit relapse of that since I was like in 8th grade.
Good for you.
And, but no, it sounds super traumatic, and to my parents, it probably was, but to me, like,
it was your norm.
it happened to me when I was 7. Like, it was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
you know, like going back to what we talked about at the very beginning, like when you talk about like kids growing up sharing a bedroom, like whatever their normal is their normal. Like to me, at All Children's Hospital, I was at the original one at that point, and there was like shared bedrooms, and I remember there was another person in the bedroom who another patient, and it was like a kid who was never going to be normal. Like he was fucked up, like he was in a wheelchair, he was never going to walk, like had all kinds of issue, and I'm like, fucking all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. I'm like, I can, like, my vision's a little fuzzy. Like, I'm like, I have nothing to complain about in comparison to him. Like, I can still go play fucking baseball or, like,
I think
do
that's what I
whatever need
liked
to
about
do.
working with kids so much is their resilience. Like they literally, I mean, I've watched children walk into an ER and I'm triaging them, like getting them at the pivot desk, you know, to get them to a room, and they're walking on like a shattered leg, and I'm like, your leg is broke. I'm not kidding. I had this one kid. He came in. I was working pivot, which pivot's like the first nurse you see when you first walk into the ER. it's
God damn, that's a fucking crazy job.
a
Sorry, that's a
scary-
fucking crazy job,
it's a
bro.
very scary role, that position, because you have to kind of, you're like the eyes and
You're
ears,
seeing
like
fucked up kids all day.
I
yeah.
couldn't do it. I'd be like, ugh!
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Why aren't you freaking out like me, bro?
The
You
worst-
take this one.
No, the worst one was.
I got the earache, motherfucker.
We get a lot of earaches too.
The earache sometimes.
motherfucker.
I'm having a
dude's-
really bad night. It's a mass casualty. It was like 7 people got shot, and I'm sitting at home fucking doodling. I'm
You're like, that's great, babe.
oh, I'm sorry.
Text back.
Anything I
I'm
can do
working
for you?
on my art piece
Here's
now.
Jake
It's
Paul.
almost done.
Jake Paul's left tit. Leave me alone right now.
The kids ate dinner. Thanks,
shit.
Brad.
Enjoy the dead kids.
Oh.
Fish sticks, bitch.
So sad.
Jesus
No,
Christ, the
I'm telling you
dynamic's
though,
funny.
like worst one was this kid, and I've never done it with my kids since. They were playing like peekaboo, like between the glass panels. Like the dad was on the outside and the kid was on the inside. They were like going down and coming up. Well, the kid was like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." Well, then the dad come up and tried to scare him. Hit the glass shattered. Huge, like horror movie type piece of glass sticking out of this kid's eye.
Fuck.
And the mom walks in and she's got this
Anybody?
towel on him, and she's like, "Hey."
Turdus.
She's like, "This is pretty serious." I'm like, "What is it?" And then she pulls the towel, and it's just sitting there, this
Why do they
giant
get to
glass.
know
And
me?
I'm like, "Oh fuck! Yes, it is serious. This is a real emergency."
Just
You
an
know,
eye,
but
they
you
got
can't
two.
say that. You got to be like,
Just gets up and is like, sorry, it's my 15-minute break. I'll be back in a minute.
"Yeah, no."
It just reminds me
Sometimes
of
you do wanna
Hot
know.
Rod when the dude gets the metal in his eye.
Oh my god, I know.
Wait, refresh me of that scene because I
You
don't
never
remember
seen
that.
Hot Rod?
No, I have. I don't remember
when
that.
when fucking Bill Hader calls him, take him to the hospital because he got some metal shard in his eye. He took fucking like ecstasy or something and went home
We
to
oughta
his
go?
metal grinder.
there's like ice.
Freezer trip.
Yeah,
We're gonna be here a while.
We gotta finish the story. We gotta finish the story. and
Oh,
then
my
we'll go
bad. I'll
take a
shut
pee
up.
break.
No, that's it. I was
okay,
done.
yeah.
Some more Jack.
Did his eye make
I still
it? Do
gotta
we know?
tell y'all
Yeah,
about
no,
getting
he went
nunchucked by
straight
a
to the OR.
swan.
I think his
Oh,
eye's
I'm ready.
fine.
And he was fine.
Yeah, I think
Kid
he
was fine.
Okay, yeah.
Moral of the story. Kids
Kids are
Did he lose
resilient.
the eye?
They're made out of
I think his eye
rubber.
was
You know what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah,
At
but
that
what
age-
happened
fine.
to the
I think
dad?
he was okay. I don't
What
think it
happened to
went
the dad?
through. It went.
Did he ever play catch with his son
I
again?
didn't actually
Because
see the dad.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm just not gonna throw the ball to you.
No, I mean, I know that they were devastated. I mean, can you imagine?
No,
being
I
the
couldn't.
reason
That's what I'm
your
saying. I
child
would never
lost his
throw
whole-
nothing at my kid's face again.
He obviously didn't watch a dodgeball.
You're fucking playing soccer because I can't throw nothing at
Can you imagine how mad that mother was at that father?
I mean, shit happens. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
You're-
but like,
you're-
but okay, but
No,
you
hold on.
act like your wife doesn't fucking
Oh,
just
of course.
sometimes
You
give you
have-
some
no.
shit for some little shit.
you'll
you know what I
get
mean?
Hard
shit.
lessons coming to you.
Listen,
bad.
listen.
It'll
all of a
come,
sudden
and
you're
then they'll be
"This
like, "I'm
fart
so
too
sorry."
You motherfucker, you're better. Listen, you're all of a sudden we can't do this
Don't
house
look at him like
project.
that.
Yeah.
We can't
It'd
do
be
this
bad.
house project because you fucking had our kid get stabbed in the face with a piece of glass, and now we have to take him to the hospital. Now we got the hospital
know,
bills because you can't because
If
you
you're a
fucked
believer
around
in
too hard.
karma, what was the kid doing before you
playing
around.
peekaboo.
fucking zip? Karma.
What was what's that comedian Joe Rogan was talking about? I don't remember what his name was, but he made a joke about like there was a mother who killed both of her kids, like drowned, like put them in a minivan and like drove them into a pond and drowned them both. And he's like,
There's a lot easier ways to
apparently
do
it was
that.
like right after the story like broke on the news, he like went on stage and was like, I heard they were bad kids. They spilt their milk. They didn't do their shit.
I love that guy.
Terrible.
Shit like that.
It's
is
karma
funny.
sometimes.
That's funny as
It's God's work, bro. He's picking them off.
Why so much work though? You can just drown him in the bathtub.
Shutter Island. You ever seen that
Yo.
movie?
No.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh, you've never
Watch
seen
Shutter
Shutter
Island.
I don't
Island?
think
Go
so.
home tonight and watch
Oh,
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island?
Oh my
Leonardo
gosh.
DiCaprio?
That is a
You're fired.
What? You're the movie, bro, and I
You just got fired.
Sorry, one movie I've never seen.
You just got
That
fired.
is like the one of the movies.
I'll watch
I think I
Gotta
have it on
watch
DVD if you want it.
My
I think-
12-year-old was
You
like, just
can't
watch
say
it.
anything about it.
No, no, no,
If we speak any detail, it'll ruin the whole thing.
It's a good movie.
I'll watch it.
I
Fantastic.
think. Can you Google where it was filmed? Because I think there
It's
was.
on an
I think part
it
of
on
it
an
was
island?
filmed in Boston.
CGI
Because,
fucks
dude,
everything out.
in Boston we took a ferry to Salem. Because Salem's in Massachusetts, right?
Okay.
And we passed by this place. I'm like, yo, that looks just like the fucking Shutter
There you go.
Island.
Pedix Island.
Boston Harbor.
Boston, okay.
Boston.
So
Yep.
you probably
Yeah.
did pass
I
it.
was gonna say I know it's on an
You
island.
passed the island?
Bro, if it
What's the
wasn't
high
this
five
island,
moment? That's one of my favorite movies.
If
watch
it
it.
wasn't one, if it
It's
wasn't
good.
that island, like
You're a
it,
piece of shit for not
because it's
Fuck me.
Colton, it's an insane asylum that
Yeah.
has been like was shut down
That's
by the
you now.
government. Like the legit the
punishment.
place where they filmed it was that.
Those pills.
Can you imagine going there to fucking film that?
I would like to
I
go
would
there
be with a group
now.
of people at all times. Like I'd be like, I'm not being by myself.
You see
ever.
that creepy lady whenever they walk up? That movie, that shit made me want to cry. Just
dude?
watching the
I've
lady.
only seen that movie one time.
Watch
I-
it like 6 more
You
times.
watch it again, you find it gets worse and worse and better at the
I'm-
same time.
Bro,
But worse in like a good way.
knowing
like
knowing the
holy shit.
thing that you guys know that he doesn't know, just is like fucking. Like I
I
haven't
know.
rewatched it since I learned
You
that.
don't
but
know.
because
How noble is the fucking ending?
Oh, I know.
How
bro,
noble is it?
everything all of a sudden
Can't
you're
talk
like,
about it.
oh
If
my
you go any
God.
further, it's ruined.
If this movie
Can't.
sucks, fuck all you guys.
Dude,
No, it's so
you're gonna
good.
shit an absolute
So
brick.
good.
It's
Bro,
so fucking good.
If you watch that and it's shit, I'm taking you and your wife out to dinner.
All right.
And I'll
I
pay
mean, we
for
can
it.
do that
And
anyways,
don't
if
lie,
you'd
because
like.
the movie's great.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I already told him. I already
3
told
out
him
of
that
10
we're gonna be
stars.
friends now. Because we pass each
I'll
other.
back that up.
We
he
literally-
tells me
dude,
I'll
that he
back that up.
sees you at
Nah,
work.
You're
We'll
literally
split it.
taking a
We'll
piss.
split it.
I walk in.
It's that good of a
start,
movie.
Yeah.
It's like nothing.
It's good.
And it's like, man, I've done podcasts with this guy, and I don't even say like, I don't even tilt my head or nothing. Like, I'm a fucking piece of shit.
I'm the same way.
Aw.
Like,
But he does the same
I'm-
thing, so I'm like, maybe that's normal. I don't know.
I
think
have
it's
befriended
just-
both of you guys
Guys.
because I'm a fucking extrovert.
Well, we love you for that. I
Because
struggle.
you guys don't have friends
Yeah.
that aren't. In, you like.
We suck.
No, okay.
fine.
We're
you cut
gym
me off at the
rats.
right time. I was gonna say
We're
like.
gym rats, and we fucking stick to ourselves.
Let me guess. Let me
Hey,
guess.
but you
Can
know
I
what?
guess how
Hey.
you guys met? You.
You don't want to know.
He
You
didn't say-
don't want to know that.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, we can touch.
Regardless, I'm just saying.
We can do it on
she
the
seems
phone.
like an
Okay, your
extrovert.
best guess.
He
No,
seems
no.
like.
Nah, we met
Oh,
in high
God.
school. That's not
No,
fair. We
I'm
met in high school.
super introverted, sort of as well. Just the nurse kind of brought it out. Yep.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I
Okay.
hate it.
he basically just badgered me until I was friends
I
with him.
told you.
I have several friends that are like Chrissy, if she ever
Dude,
watches.
but, like,
this,
me-
she's my person. That-
For me, like Jay, like
Pulls me out.
I'm gonna put his name out there. It doesn't matter because it's not bad. But Jason Ortiz, he'll hit you up random.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, let's go to dinner. It's like 10 o'clock. Bitch, I got 5 kids. Like, this is my only night. I'm not working.
Like, thank you, but
Like, I
like
see
2
you
days.
40 hours at work. You want to hang out with me? Go to lunch with me.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
But we're not 20 no more. Like, I have
I
kids.
can't do this.
I have responsibility. Like, my goal in life, I do. In my head, is I don't care. You don't have to edit that. But that's like retirement.
Yeah.
Art is now. My kids and my wife are now. But, like, if you're not a part of that scene, like, you can come to any one of my art shows. It's a great date night. The one on the 3rd is fucking fantastic. I can get you in for free.
I'm
But it-
down. I'll go.
It's so fun.
I got free
It's gonna be
tickets.
good.
Third?
It's $150 to get in.
Damn.
Yeah.
Last year there were fucking people playing fucking
I'm down for the
harps,
free tickets.
and a
August
dude
3rd.
walking
It's
around with a
cool.
fucking saxophone.
Wait, is that a Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
Dude,
bit of
that's
a
what I'm
wonky
saying.
day.
Where's it at?
Tampa probably. It's in some hotel. I'll have to just pull it up on my phone.
Actually,
I
from
can-
here,
but I
it's
can give you the link, and you
probably
can,
not
all you do is
terribly.
sign up under my name.
What
If y'all
time?
wanna
What
go on a
time?
date,
What time?
6 to 9.
All right, I'm down.
You don't have to be there the whole time. You don't have to come at 6. You can show up whenever. And
I'm down. I'm putting it on my
last
calendar right
year,
now.
it
And they
was-
do a art auction if they're gonna do it this year.
Oh no, they're doing. So
I just
like,
think it would be fucking cool as shit
No,
to go.
but
I
like
a
last
won an
year-
doesn't-
$800 painting for like that we had our
20
eyes
bucks.
on. Not even 20. It was like I only put
They
3
do,
of my
like,
tickets. And it's
donation-
like $15.
So like a painting I've had for a minute, like maybe my Kurt Cobain I might donate. I've been thinking hard because she just texted me while we're sitting here. I just ignore her. But they want like a donation piece because it goes to whatever charity they're working for, and you pay $1 raffle. So if you put $30 in that jar, it's nothing to you, and you're probably gonna win.
Yeah.
So like this picture right here is, was it 3 foot by
3 foot
4
by
foot?
4
It's
foot.
huge.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I won't sell it really because I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But I got so much artwork in my house right now, and I got I've been painting all like the mythology gods. You
We
laugh.
have
I'm gonna
no
paint
more.
you,
No, I
Joe.
was laughing at
We
her.
have no more rooms. Like we're
Because there's so much. I was
The
laughing
kids
at her.
need to fucking grow up and move out because I got an art career.
Damn kids.
I've been telling them like, bro, dude, it's her son. I call him my son because I've had him since he was like 4. So his dad's great, but he's very open to you've been parenting my son as well. So we have a good relationship. So I call him my son. But he was like, I'm gonna be with y'all till I'm like 30. It's another
I
fucking
know.
game.
He's like, I'm a
I
mama's
said, you
boy. I
got
said,
the
I don't
room
give
with
a
the slide
shit.
glass door to the swimming pool. I said, bitch, that's the art room. I said, when y'all move out, that's the mom and me get naked room. He was like, whoa. want to hear a funny story about her son? We was at Hooters one time. No, and
All great stories.
From the trailer park to Hooters,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
Beautiful.
Dude,
That's
her and
the
I
success
together.
We're like
story
the
right there.
Roseanne
Nah,
family
we're
for
like
sure.
dynamic duo, dude. We're from like
Yeah, we're all right.
powder dust
We're all
trailer
right.
to no,
I
dude.
mean, we're
doing
not
just
greatly
fine.
successful, but we do well
I could
with what we've
quit
got.
both jobs today and just be a stay-at-home
Yeah.
mom, and
Yeah.
we would
and we would be fine.
But
Shave the beard. Put on the
No.
apron.
I might even put on some fucking.
I have an apron.
titty covers. But anyways,
tassels.
we're sitting at fucking Hooters, and her son tried to punk me in front because it was a really, hot waitress, and he was like staring at her, and I was kind of like, I saw that, and he tried to come back at me like, he picked up one of the fucking appetizers. It was a shrimp. And he's like, is it like, is this your dick? Basically, he didn't say dick, but he's like, this you? I said, hey. Got your mom to marry me. He was like, what? He like screamed out, and he's like, why would you say that? I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna punk me at a
Talk
table
shit.
with my family. I said, bitch, it pleases your mom. And she's like, what are y'all talking about? And I'm like, nothing.
He's like,
Like-
nothing.
You're like, I
We'll talk about
metaphorically just
And he's
went
gonna watch
check
this, so-
fucking mate to this guy.
Riley, not a
Yeah.
shrimp dick.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a piss break on that note.
Somehow we're adults. Do.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, there's a
Date
lot
night,
I don't know
sorry.
either.
You have to deal with it. It's
I'm
date night.
intrigued.
That's fine.
Oh,
Works.
more?
Fucking
More?
bill it.
Pussy. I don't know about you, but that's how.
Turtis.
I don't know about
No,
you,
the
but that's
funny
how
thing
I go.
is I collect water turtles.
The hell?
And
Here.
I'm offended by the way you say tortoise.
I actually just saved a tortoise.
Well, Steve, respectfully, and I mean this respectfully, you can eat a dick.
I'll get the whole fucking bag. You say turtles.
I mean, let's since we're talking about how much money
Money about what?
to suck a dick, how much money would you do? How much money do you need?
Ooh,
All right, hold on.
ooh, pull the microphone up.
Who's
We gotta
dick?
capture this.
Doesn't
We gotta
matter.
capture this.
Is it like?
Let's just assume somewhere between 4 to
Not
6
like
inches.
you guys just found some.
What if it's a
I'm not
homeless
talking about
penis?
size, bro. You're talking about like some
Dude-
dude with
dude,
like.
it
There's
works
a huge
clean.
syphilis.
Works a regular job.
Clean, no
Let's talk to the
STDs.
nurses.
All right,
Yeah.
so there's like a
Yes.
joke. All right, so Dylan at work
Yeah.
made me a. I'm gonna tell the story. I don't care. You can go to my Jeep right now, and you can put it on a fucking video. They made me a duck with Dwayne Johnson's head, because of the Jeeps collect ducks.
It's scary.
So I mean, if you're
It's
like,
actually
hey,
a little weird.
100,000, suck Dwayne Johnson's dick, I'm probably gonna suck a dick that night,
Bro.
I'm gonna pay some bills.
Or
I mean,
Jason
You know what
Statham.
you want to know?
Jason
Probably
Momoa?
suck Jason Momoa.
You know-
Jason Statham.
You know one dick I've never
The
thought
Rock.
about was The Rock's dick.
That would be. What if it's John?
No one would call you gay because it's the fucking Rock.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't
true.
take much money. Like, I got bills and shit.
No, but
Right?
Like-
I'll pay off my house. Whip that fucker out. Don't
Yeah,
tempt me
but
with
how
a
much-
good time.
But how much?
Like,
But how much?
just because I suck
Dollar
a
figure.
dick doesn't make
Dollar
me like
figure.
full on gay. Dog.
You can't do it.
I would. I would sum
Give a
up my
dollar.
debt.
But you have to do it to finish.
Bitch, you're paying off $3 weddings
We want a price.
To finish.
to finish.
Yeah, everyone
finish.
here.
Like full on
In,
catch.
in your mouth.
Oh god.
Oh, that's a
I would
challenge.
say
Harry
100,000
too. Harry too.
Harry, that's
100,000.
fine.
100,000.
Because I guarantee you, The Rock has like a 9-inch dick. I'm never gonna get to the hair. I got a
Think
little
so?
throat. I'm small. His dick's only going this far. Like there's
I
the
watched you
pelvis.
put an entire taco down that gullet. So with one bite.
Do you
So
know why
I
married
think
her?
you could take.
She ate a burrito in 3 bites. I said sold.
I'm there.
See?
It was a good night.
This is the best date night I've ever been a part of.
Dude, where I told
was
you.
good.
I said, where do you want this podcast to go?
And
I
we
told
were
you.
So poor.
I'm a very.
But you say that, but like I'm like literally like I don't think I've ever had an agenda on
No,
the
we
podcast before.
typically just start talking, and that's where it goes.
Oh, there you go.
What do you want me to do with that?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, come on, dude.
Drink
I'm
it.
so.
I mean, I'm.
Listen,
Drink
don't
it,
just
pussy. They called me a
don't
pussy.
just like half blow the rock, dude. Like finish the job, dude.
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
Looking
See,
that
am
gawk,
I-
gawk,
is
Is it
going home
is it
rich.
100,000? Colton?
that gawk 3,000
How
with
much?
a
How much?
twist.
How much is it for you, Colton, to suck a dick?
Let me see.
$5.
No, who's dick?
And why is it $5?
So my. Let me do some math here. So
He's a.
You know how
Gallon
much.
of gas is $3.30. A gallon of gas. For you.
400,000. I'd do 400,000.
I thought you said $5.
I did too.
400,000. Jesus
I would
Christ.
go 100,000.
Some rich
Well, I mean,
dude's looking at his account,
honestly-
looking at Colton, looking at
Hey,
his account.
no,
I'm trying to-
Hey, I
no.
like his
Who
arms.
else has had the privilege to suck the Rock's dick?
I'm trying to pay off my house
Right? I'd be
So-
on his like hand card.
and student loans.
I mean, let's say it takes you an hour.
I'll settle for student loans. 80 grand.
all right.
80 grand?
80 grand.
To get the
How
government.
much are your student
To,
loans?
but to be
Our
fair,
fingers
To get the
but to be
government off
fair,
my ass?
because that's
80 grand, yeah.
unbankruptable
I
debt.
die, it just passes
Yeah.
on.
You cannot get rid of that
I
debt,
know. But you can continue to just go to school.
which
Yeah.
is fucking
Yeah, fuck that.
crazy.
You
It's
can
for-
do.
It's just
forever.
fucking crazy.
So I had like one of the directors of my very first nursing college. Like she just continued. She took like a photography class.
Just kept going.
And she's like, I'm gonna die before I ever pay any of this back.
Yeah.
And she's
I
like,
would.
why would I not be a forever
what
like
happens
lifetime
when
learner?
they die?
It just passes on.
It just
I don't
And
think
then
so.
I'm never
You
gonna
can't-
fucking pay
and
it.
debt isn't inheritable.
no, it doesn't go to the
I'll
next
never
people.
pay
It
it.
just it's gone.
It's gone.
I'll just laugh.
I thought it passed on.
No.
You can't pass it on.
No.
Unless
Because
you sign
there's
for,
nothing
like, a
of
loan.
value. There's no. It's not. It's not a
It's tied
collateralized
to
debt.
you.
Well, shit, I'm just
your
gonna stop paying
social-
then. Fuck them.
Well, no, they garnish your wages.
I know.
You're
Yeah.
screwed.
Dude, it's.
Well, he just got a
fucking-
promotion at work.
But-
You're fine.
It
You're fine.
was a solid
It's a.
transfer.
It's a
I didn't get a
lateral
raise.
transfer. Yeah. Yeah.
You're
in-
awesome.
in my-
I seen you up there cleaning your fucking little area.
Yeah.
You were like sweeping the floor up, and I was gonna like say something funny, but I was like, nah, I'd probably beat me up.
Oh my God, Steven.
I made you a talk what you say.
Listen, to be fair, Colton doesn't know how to fight.
I really don't. I've never been in a fight in my life.
Really?
Never been punched.
Lie.
I swear to God.
Bro, you've probably been in more fights in
Never
1 year.
have.
Never thrown a punch. I started working out so
will-
people wouldn't fuck with me.
All right.
So
That's what he did. He was this tiny little skinny
Nah,
guy.
and now
So-
I carry a gun. So really don't fuck with me.
I wouldn't.
Just shoot you.
Jeez, I wouldn't have fucked with you without knowing about the gun. Now I know.
See, I don't think it's 80,000. I think it's like $5.
He's still stuck on the dick.
Just suck it.
That was
How
just
much
my,
would you suck a
That
dick
was
for?
my way of talking shit
Did
about
you
him.
say
though.
$5?
How much would I?
Whose dick though? Like that's the most important question. Like,
I mean, does
if you
it matter?
If you pulled Randy, yeah.
I mean,
if you pulled
it's a
Randy
whole-
off the
Yes,
it
street,
matters.
I'm just not gonna suck it. I'll stay broke. But you bring fucking The Rock or Jason Statham
You
or
know,
Momoa to my
he's
house?
gonna call you.
I don't care. Whip it out.
Like, you
let's
kept
just
bringing up
go
my
Jake
name
Paul,
there.
right? We've been on the Jake Paul thing.
No, because he would be all weird with his
He's probably got a
fucking
small
under chin
penis.
bite.
He'd be looking at you way too hard too.
He would like eyeball me and make it
Yeah,
weird.
but you could just be like, it's for charity.
See,
That's why he'd look at you.
You
that's
could,
a
like,
spot
just-
on impersonation.
You,
You
could
see, he
just-
shaved his beard.
No, I didn't say that.
Ah, he's fucking.
I'm trying to think of somebody that I would prefer over anyone else.
Jason Statham because he has a smooth voice.
I do like Jason
he'd,
Statham.
he'd fucking coach you through it.
He's,
You'd be
he's
fine.
British too, so he was a little tiny picker.
I would pick a. I'd pick a really nice
Big
dude.
teeth and little dicks.
Nah, Colton would pick Francis Ngannou, but
He'd probably punch you with his dick.
Probably would. Like Shaq.
Jesus Christ.
I met that fucker.
Oh, yeah.
You've met Shaq?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
What the
So
fuck?
much
Why
has
is this?
happened.
Why? How far are we
Yeah.
in? We're an hour and 7 minutes.
Well,
and you
buddy, we're
just
gonna
brought
be
this
here
up?
all night. This is date
I was
night.
gonna- I was
As
gonna
long as
say,
you're okay with it,
I got
I'm
nothing
okay
to
with it.
fucking do.
All right, so
You
I
have to
did
take a picture.
the Haunted Carnival, and I did artwork. I did because he's a fucking DJ, Shaq Diesel.
Yeah.
So I got to meet him because I did a badass painting, and they said no.
Him and
Shaq
Steve
and Steve Aoki wouldn't agree to like.
I saw that picture with you and Steve Aoki. Yeah.
because they didn't want to get. I can't post a picture of Shaq because I love you, Tyler, but he took a real shitty photo. The Shaq,
It was a busy night.
Well, he's a
moved
tall
his-
motherfucker.
He moved
so.
his head, and
Especially
the
in relation to
spotlight came in.
Steve.
But
Yeah.
you could tell it's his
Dude, I'm up
gigantic
to-
head.
But I'm getting
You can
to it.
tell
Your
it's
dick,
Shaq.
you're at his waist. His pants are taller than you.
You can tell in relation to the two of them.
I
You
do
got
have a
the-
picture of him signing my painting.
So cool.
That's dope.
And I have
Okay,
the-
okay.
And he
let's-
was on stage
anyways.
while he was like,
I have
like,
video. I'm gonna
pumping
pull
it
it up.
out.
I have video of me on stage with Shaquille O'Neal, all because of fucking painting.
That's dope.
So, fucking.
Hey Shaq, if you're listening, I'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Please come out to my fucking godforsaken
Can I
house
show you
and do a
something?
podcast.
Like, this
with
is what artwork
it's
does.
great space.
Watch this video. Like that's me and my curator, and that's the crowd. That's like
He's on stage.
me. Oh shit, they're looking at you.
Yeah.
that's artwork, bro. It's got me through like 7 layers of
So cool.
security.
That's
But,
so fucking crazy.
Hold on,
bro.
let me go back to. But anyways, so they denied us a meet and greet. So my buddy Rojo, who's phenomenal artist in Tampa, is like, "Are you ready for this?" And I'm like, "No." We go through like she has a video of us disappearing into like a mosh pit of like
You just see the painting,
3,000
like,
people
Kind of
carrying
bouncing
a
above heads, and then it's
5-foot painting like this.
you just see all you see
You
is
know,
the painting at
and
Was
that.
it a
we're-
painting of Shaq?
Shaq and Steve Aoki.
Okay.
I did a duo so I could meet them both because I'm smart. But anyways, we go through the fucking security guard is like finally like, okay, and he let us jump the gate. So I couldn't jump it because I was fat. So my curator like shoved me over the gate, and we fucking get over it and get to go. I was in Steve Aoki's trailer and I got to meet Shaq, and I'm like barely up to his tits. Like I'm sure his dick is like 7 foot long.
Probably.
So I would just be able to stand there.
Yeah.
If you're back on
Like
the
if
money
he
for
if he
dick thing,
turns around, if he does a 180 too hard, you're gonna get smacked
Smack
in
in
the
the
dickhead.
face.
like
It's
your
that
mouth
obstacle
wouldn't
course
even
that you gotta
cope it.
jump up.
It's like Colton's fucking bicep is probably Shaq's dick.
It's like two of my half-gallon things like stacked on top of each other.
Like
no,
a
it's like
dang elephant.
Kevin
Yeah.
fucking Hart would be Shaq's dick.
Kevin Hart just popped out of his pants. Hey guys.
No, look right there. That's Shaquille O'Neal sign
yeah.
on my painting. And you see me in his armpit?
That's his tiny
I peeked my head.
That's
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Nice.
That's fucking
then
crazy.
That's
this-
dope.
It's so when you
his
started
head fits
when you
That's-
between his butt.
I got to go. That's Steve Aoki's trailer. His trailer's better than my house.
I'm sure.
let's be honest. Like when you started painting, did you think that you'd ever
Nope.
get to that in your life?
Nope.
You just did it because you loved it, right?
Yeah. And when I was talking to you, I was just getting to like murals. Now I'm like, hopefully next week I'm gonna be meeting Pauly Shore, all because of a painting.
Pauly Shore from fucking the comedy
Oh,
store.
you're that
Son-in-law.
fucking young. Son-in-law,
Oh
Encino
yeah,
Man.
I forget.
What year were you born?
97.
Oh, you piece of shit.
No,
I agree. I agree.
No, okay,
No,
you gotta
you
watch
missed-
Son-in-Law.
All right, watch Son-in-Law.
Pull
That
a
one's
picture
gonna
of
be
him
good.
up because I'm pretty sure I just watched a podcast with
Let's
him.
munch on some gravy.
He was just on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
supposed to meet him on Friday.
So
That's so his mother was Mitzi Shore.
He
Yeah,
looks
is
she
the one who
runs
runs the comedy.
the comedy store that
he
all
looks
them are
scary
famous for.
now,
R.I.P.
but
Yeah, he
was,
definitely
like,
looks scary now.
super hot.
Nah,
back
but
in
look
the day.
up, type in Pauly Shore like son-in-law.
You know what? You look not alike him,
Because my bag's under my
but
eyes.
you're no, it's your hair.
5
your Jew
kids, bro.
curls. Like in Son-in-Law, he wears that little scarf thing. Yes, let's get you a purple satin scarf.
I'll wear that shit.
Rocket.
Purple.
I will.
Whatever you gotta do, bro.
Look at you. That's kind of you.
Hold on, let me look
Let's
up.
just shave your face.
Let me show you some.
That's so wild though. You got to like be around Shaq. And
I'll show you
Steve
footage
Aoki
of me
for-
on stage with him.
It was
That's fucking
unreal.
crazy.
It was really unreal.
To like, cause like I imagine like the podcast, like I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. But like if one day like fucking somebody crazy was on the podcast, like would you shit an absolute brick? I would.
I would be proud of
We
you.
started on my dining room table.
No, I would be proud of you because I've been here and like I started fucking painting just like I used to just do black and white work.
Yeah.
Long story. All right, you want to hear a story of how I even got
No,
into
I
painting?
don't. I'm not a big fan
No,
of stories.
stop
actually.
talking.
That's why I don't.
So
I
no, all
don't do a
right. So hold on. Here,
Sorry.
here's this right here. Watch that real quick. Take that. That's me going on stage.
Jesus Christ, this is a tablet, dude. This isn't even a phone.
It barely fits my pocket.
Jesus Christ. So he's walking through carrying his painting and like a
But
fucking
look at the
room
crowd.
full of people. There's a
Dude,
shit ton
a
of people.
painting. You'll never experience that. Like that right there is better than any drug you've ever taken, any drink you've ever drinking.
What do you mean?
To fucking
Just
be
the
in
feeling
front
of
of
being
those
there. The high.
thousands of people.
Yeah.
All
Holy-
because like
That's crazy.
it's
bro.
surreal.
That's so crazy. Something you created with your own fucking hands.
But like this guy right here is actually a security guard that works backstage, and I made friends with him. Like the Post Malone concert
Uh-huh.
that's happening in like 2 weeks. I might.
On the 1st, we're gonna be
You
there.
have a painting of Post Malone?
I'm about. I've sold the 3 I've done. I'm doing another one right now because I'm going to the concert. And this
We're gonna
guy-
try to.
Instead of holding up like the
I'm
sign
gonna
like
fuck Post Malone.
Suck his dick. Instead of holding up a sign that says Post Malone sign my tits, you're gonna be like, here's a painting.
Post Malone, I'll suck your dick. No.
I'll blow you. Okay, how much? Okay, let's change this. How much to suck Shaq's dick, and then how much to suck Post Malone's
Shaq's dick wouldn't fit in my mouth.
That's gonna be a challenge, yeah.
But you have to go to
You
completion.
just gotta
too,
lollipop
so-
it.
I don't know.
Oh, let's see. If I'm having to search a number,
No, but anyway, so like painting.
750,000 maybe.
Nah, for Post Malone, dude. He's
No,
the
no, no,
nicest
no, no,
dude
no. I'm
ever.
talking about for Shaq. Post Malone.
Yeah, that would hurt. You're gonna hurt after that.
750,000.
You're gonna have like
Shaq's
some post.
gonna take your voice box
post
out. You're not even
blowjob
talking
damage.
anymore. He's got the
Little
Because
paper.
bit of
I'm
recoup
thinking
time.
how much. Okay, so
You might need to call out of work.
I go straight.
Just the load alone going in your throat's gonna fucking damage
I do
yourself.
jujitsu though. I get fucked
It's
up
like a
all the
flood.
time.
You're
I'm
gonna
okay with
not
being
be
a
able
pain.
to
The second
breathe.
coming to
It's gonna
Jesus.
Yeah.
clog and
Yeah.
seal. You're gonna have like a
It's sealed.
It's like
jelly.
foam and just.
So here's what I'm thinking. Let me walk you through my thought process on this. I'm thinking. So financially, 750,000 invested. If it averages 10 to 11%, and I only pull 8% from it, I'm averaging basically a yearly salary right from that. So I can quit my job and do the podcast full time. So it's worth sucking Shaq's dick for that.
So 750,000, I would just buy all the extra money I had in that and put stock, and then I just wouldn't work anyways because I'd live off the fucking dividend.
Fair.
Fair.
Or just drop it in an IRA Roth account.
No,
and let it
fuck
grow
that.
yourself.
Pay it in the stock so you get the dividend.
I
and
mean,
then-
you'd
You
still
get a dividend
that.
anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
but
IRA,
off
the
the
Roth.
Roth?
will do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I get a
As long
dividend
as-
off my Roth.
And the return
As long as the
is
holdback
greater.
How long
company
have you been
And
doing yours?
Not very long.
Is
And
it
it's
worth
an
it?
investment into yourself.
I mean, I think I have like 10 grand in there right now.
That's a great start.
I heard you got
That's
like
like-
20 years.
Like a year and a half I've been doing it.
That's it?
That's good.
How much you put in a yearly?
The return is insane.
I max it.
So it's like, was that like
It's like
6,200?
six. I think it's up to
Six-
6,500 now a year.
6,500 a year unless you're over
And they
the age
say
of
in like
59.
20 years it'll be like
55.
Yeah.
1.2.
The younger you do it, the more.
So I started the book stuff when I was 18. And that's also
The more compounding interest.
Define compound interest, because like,
So okay, there's a
all right, no, because like the
Yeah.
manager, like I was gonna quit like last year, and he pulled me in the office and was like, dude, you're right at the 20-year mark. Your compound interest is about to kick in. He says every 5 years my shit should double. Is that true, or is he fucking pulling my balls?
So okay, so let me put it this way: if you invest in any stock, regardless of what the company is, any share of stocks, whatever, if it averages 10% per year, your money should double every 7 years.
7. He said 5. But he said like your
But
yearly
if it
income
goes to
should be-
11, that changes it. If it goes to 12%, that changes
That's
it.
what I was telling her. Like, if she goes back to college for like 2 years, she could be making triple what she makes now. And I was like, I'll stay at and I'll put my whole paycheck into fucking stock and retirement.
Somehow we're adults.
Dude, I'm curious when I start having kids what that's gonna be like.
So
Because I do jujitsu, like
I'm not gonna say
legitimately
names.
like we do rear naked chokes. Like I'm
Yeah.
really good at
Yeah,
like
you're
Darce
capable of
chokes.
that.
Have you ever been in like real fights though? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm being for real.
When I was like little, I wouldn't.
And you've never been in any fight?
No.
I
I
did.
pushed a
I,
kid in a trash can one time in middle school.
I grew up doing
Huge.
martial
Was
arts.
you huge your whole
No,
life?
I was fucking a skinny kid with glasses.
How, like, what age did you start getting big like that?
Junior year of high school, I started working out, and it wasn't till probably senior year.
Okay, so I was like $115 until like my senior year, and then I was only like $150,
Mhm.
but I could bench press like 315, so that's good.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a big motherfucker.
I wasn't big. I was just
No, but I'm saying
if you get on my Instagram and scroll all the way to the beginning, I used to be a bodybuilder. I think we've talked about
Yeah,
this.
I think you showed us last time. Yeah.
Like all the way till I was like 30, and I broke my ankle. I was wrestling. Rest in peace, Jamar Taylor,
Mhm.
one of my best friends.
Mm.
And when he broke my ankle,
you told us that.
yeah, I did. I stopped working out, kinda, you know. And it's like I got into it, but then like I started painting. I never painted before. I always did pen drawings. I'm gonna get on the art story real quick.
That's fine.
I ran out of Roseanne episodes. I got bored as hell. I had a newborn baby at home. She was working double to cover the bills to cover my sorry ass because I had broke my ankle. Anyway,
Piece of shit.
yeah, I know.
And
Wait,
you fucked up voice.
don't let me wrestle you. fucking big giant people. Don't let me wrestle Colton. He's gonna break something. But anyway,
I got mats, bro. You guys walk past mats. We can definitely.
I'll
pull
wrestle
mats
you
out.
if you want to for
I
fun.
don't give a fuck.
It'll be fun. You're a BB, but it'll be fun.
What's better than Jack Daniels
Just-
and grappling?
Yeah, well, no, I wrestled outside. So, like, in the pothole that I was in,
Why does nobody want to wrestle with
when
me?
I'm
You know
gonna,
what you're doing, motherfucker.
I'll wrestle you too, just for the fucking knowledge. Let's do it tonight after this podcast.
I will too, but I fight until I feel it get something I'm like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you two have wrestled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're that good?
I mean,
I've done jujitsu.
So
for
he
almost a year
trains.
now.
Please wrestle me.
he trains and I don't.
No, yeah,
So-
exactly. See
Yeah.
that, but like that's what I'm saying. But anyways, he
Pull the microphone like towards you.
My bad,
'cause
bro.
This is like no. I'm saying like you can.
Angle it.
Chasing it.
Dick
There it
in
goes.
the
There it
mouth.
goes. There it goes. There it
Dude,
goes.
y'all got me excited.
There it is. Okay.
My boner's keeping the fucking mic away. Shaq's dick.
Just
We
like
can make a
this
song
time.
about that. Shaq's dick. That'd be worse.
That's the next painting, dude.
Shaq's dick.
Shaq's dick.
Maybe
Just
he's
your-
a haunted carnival too, and I painted
your
Shaq's dick.
interpretation of Shaq's dick.
You could.
It's gonna be you two fuckers.
Kevin Hart.
Like hugging each
Dude, that would be the fucking.
Just like 10 foot long
Dude,
with Kevin Hart's
if you
face
do
on
that
it.
painting, I'll make a fucking clip from this podcast of you saying that and then fucking put that in there. Bro,
You're like,
that's...
that? Paint a big
that's-
black dick with Kevin
Oh,
Hart's
I know,
face?
3 foot by 4 foot.
I mean-
I'll
No,
make
don't make
that.
it, just turn Kevin Hart, like, just put him sideways with, like, really veiny.
Yeah.
Bro, with, like, shorts on or underwear.
Or like nude colored clothing. So he
No,
literally gets
there's like
oversized
pictures of
so
him
you
getting
can
ready
see
for an
him.
ice bath. I'm sure.
Bro, you mean to tell me if you're Kevin Hart, you're not buying that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, that's fucking
That
hilarious.
might be a keeper piece. We might not be able to sell that one.
Dude, I kind of want that for the podcast studio. Shaq with fucking
I think
Kevin Hart
dick.
as his
Kevin Hart
dick.
as a dick. All right.
Yo, that's so wild.
You getting
Sorry.
But I
What
ran
the
out.
fuck are we just talking about?
I know. I ran out of Roseanne episodes.
Okay.
And I started painting, and then it just fucking ran with it, and now it's a whole fucking side business career. But yeah, I can't stop thinking about the black.
Those big black dicks, man, they'll get you.
Yeah.
Did you think coming on the podcast today was gonna end up this way?
I told her it's
Yeah,
wrong.
I actually expected.
She's the coolest fucking chick ever.
Aw.
She's not offended.
So nice.
I don't know about
She
you guys,
felt
but like the
He said pussy and she laughed. Like
As
Mary.
soon as I said that, I was like, oh, she laughed. We're good.
I told you someone. Did I not tell you someone was gonna say pussy?
Yeah.
And I was like, they're gonna be like.
He did say that I was gonna call someone a pussy. I'm like,
Oh,
no, I'm gonna try not
If
to
she
do
told
that.
like the way she told me the light bulb story was this fucking kid took a light bulb and put it in her pussy, and I was like, what? I was mind blown. And then she's like, a kid? I was like, a toddler? She's like, no, like a kid.
Can you call it a pussy if it's a kid?
I mean, technically,
I don't know that
I
I
think it's
said
still.
pussy.
It depends like where, trailer park? Pussy.
But it's a kid. I don't know. It's just
What do you say, hoo-ha?
Yeah. Or the JJ or.
I mean, if you're talking about a little kid, yeah.
No, alright, so Jason Ortiz was over at like my house one time, and I'm gonna say this. It's racist, but it's funny because
Fuck him.
he's Mexican, and he taught my kids to call him Uncle
He
Beaner.
taught that.
That's
He taught that.
So at the time,
Oh my god, it's.
my oldest, she was like 4, and she wasn't even 4, bro. She's like 3. Jaden, I love you, but you used to say this shit. We was like at a family event, and Jason was there because he's like a brother to me. I love
And we're
that guy.
around all his family, which
But
is
we're around his family.
Nice.
That's all like Spanish, and then we're around his wife's.
Carmen is Spanish.
They're
all
super like I love you, Carmen, but they get
white
offended.
twiggy kids.
And then we're around like my people who just like whatever.
Yeah.
But my daughter goes, and this is Jason's fault because he fucking taught her because we used to take her fishing, and she's like, girls have a hoo ha and boys have a hang dang. Uncle, ain't that right, Uncle Beaner? And they were like, what? And I was like, oh shit.
It was like somebody hit him in the knees with a baseball bat.
Dude, he was like, yeah, his name's Jason Ryan. He's whiter than I am.
yeah.
We have to give them pep talks before we go to.
Dude,
like,
you can't call him Uncle Beaner. You have to call him Jason. They're like,
"Hey,
why?
guys,
They don't realize it's
remember,
racist.
Yeah.
This is Uncle Jason. They're like, what?
It
Jesus.
was, even my 7-year-old was like, Uncle Beaner.
Yeah.
Eh.
But
That is funny as fuck.
No, Jason.
That is so good.
Jason's the shit.
that's when friends become family.
Yeah,
Dude,
nah,
that's-
his family.
Good people.
I love when people don't take life too seriously, because life just fucks you all the time.
Yeah.
And so if you look for
Yeah.
any way to just have
That's what I'm
a good
saying. You
time-
gotta find the humor in it, not take offense.
Yeah.
That's why when you were like,
Fucking
okay,
funny.
this is racist, but like
You all call my voice a pussy. I didn't get mad.
Right,
It's
yeah.
fucking funny.
That's
I know
what I'm
I'm
saying.
raspy.
We grew up like
Look at him.
joking about shit.
The guy was.
We grew up not saying that beforehand. Like,
I'm a
this
nice
is
guy.
racist, but no, you just.
No,
said
we're
it
just-
wrestling.
it was just funny.
You're gonna beat me.
it
That's
was
fine.
just funny.
I just
I mean,
want to. I just
they
want to
should back
know.
it up.
I want to be like, yo, I wrestled. I just can't wait to get to work and tell Anthony, hey man, I wrestled Colton this weekend after talking about sucking Shaq's dick. And he's gonna be like, well, why were you wrestling? Why do you think we were wrestling?
We got really excited.
He's gonna get excited because I think he's like 1980s wrestler's gay. He always makes a dick joke. I don't know if that was like the 80s thing. Doesn't matter what.
Well, they
what
always
we're
had
talking
like
about.
the spandex, so their shit was always bulging out. So
He always goes, and then you fuck him in the ass. And I'm like, no.
What is that movie? Coffee and Cream? When
You seen that one?
When Akeem says
how old is it?
it's
just 2 years?
yeah.
Oh, nah.
But he,
It's
he
Ed
talks about-
Ed Helms, the dude from The Hangover, that gets the Mike Tyson tattoo.
Yeah, and he says something. What does he say?
Just a lot of
The
racist
Akeem
shit.
says something like he's some little tiny. He's not tiny, but he's this little small black kid, and he just goes on talking about like, if you want to intimidate him, you just get nastier, sexier, and you just get more vulgar.
Talking about
basically. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you. Come here, I'm
Oh.
gonna put this big dick in your ass.
No,
and they're like,
so Ed Helms
"Oh my
is
God."
trying to scare the black
Yeah.
drug dealer. Sorry, I'm not being racist, but he tries to scare the
It's crazy that we have to state that.
I mean,
It's just shit,
to be fair,
but-
the majority were black.
okay,
I'll
but
say it.
we can go to there. I don't care. Sorry, Riley, but
Hella date night.
he already knows. But
I do.
no, so he's talking about you gotta be like, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna f your ass. I'm gonna stretch it out. So Ed Helms takes it like corny white guy. He's like, I'm gonna take you to the movies.
Rub you down.
I'm gonna rub you down and I'm gonna propose to you and you're gonna marry me. And the guy's like, ah! I tell it all! Like, he just confesses because he's like being, and he's like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. You go like gay, not romantic gay. But like Ed Helms takes it so high level.
He's gonna pour this hot water.
Bro,
It's like that movie, I think it's called Trainwreck.
Never seen
It's
Oh, yes, you
John
have.
Cena in the movie theater. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
no.
No.
I don't think it's enough.
I'm gonna be.
I can't remember what movie it
You're
is.
good. You're good.
I drink a lot.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey guys, we had to cut this episode off a little early. As you could tell, it was their date night, and we might have drank a little too much. And after the bathroom break, I'll just go ahead and give you a little synopsis here. But Steve came back, and we just started talking about a lot of stuff that we decided to not keep into the podcast, and we just got a little too intoxicated. So it was a good time. We had a good time. It was nice having Steve and his wife on, and we'll have him on again soon. And we'll make sure to limit the pace at which we're consuming alcohol so it doesn't happen again. So thank you guys for listening, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye.
This episode of Somehow We're Adults is over, but if you'd like to support the podcast, you can subscribe to one of the levels of the Patreon, where we will release bonus episodes that can't be found anywhere else. Any of the money that we get from the Patreon would be used to upgrade old equipment, as well as get new gear so that we can make the best podcast for you to tune into. You can also follow the podcast Instagram at Somehow We're Adults, where I share clips and content about the podcast, and the link in the bio will take you to any of the Somehow We're Adults pages. I encourage you to check out another one of the episodes if this is your first time listening, and if you're a repeat listener, thank you for your support. I love making the podcast, and I hope you tune in for future episodes of Somehow We're Adults.